Good. Whenever time agenda on, we strategic group number 1 is going to present our term project. Okay, a case of S&P Shipping Group Company Limited. Okay, their company background. S&P Shipping Group is an authorized custom broker license number 6 from the Custom Broker Department of Thailand. They serve as shipping and logistics service, and their business organization building is at Sukhumvit 62 Road at Bangsa, Bangkok. Their vision and mission. Their mission is to be one-stop service for international logistics service provider, and their mission is to operation must be under speed, network, and professionalism. Okay, and
for the macro environment analysis, we can see that all of these factors are more positive than negative, and some major drivers for growth are increase in globalization and cross-border trader. So we can analyze that it is a trend toward for demand that increase in transportation service. For the micro environment analysis, we focus on 5 for analysis. The first one is threat of new entrant is medium because of they have no cost for switching. Second one is bargaining for the supplier is medium because of the switch cost can be substantial. Next is for the buyer is quite low because of the product are not different. Fourth one is the power of substitute is very low because of in the industry they have no substitutes. The last one is intensity of industrial rivalry is medium because of there are still growth in the industry. For the key success factor, they have 3 main key success factors. The first one is consistent delivery. The company are focused on the make customer satisfied on the fast delivery and with good service. And the last one is the customer satisfaction. The first 2 factors is lead for the customer satisfaction. For the industry turbulence, basically there are 5 levels of industry turbulence. Now the company is in the expansion level because of the AEC. You can see that Thailand is increasing 10% of growth rate, and other countries will increase also, and that can make the demand for the product are increased, and with the strategy it can make the industry turbulence is in the expansion level. For the industry life cycle, they have 6 levels of industry life cycle since startup, growth, control, maturity, set out, and decline. Now the company is in the growth level because of the AEC is coming, so the demand for the product is increased, and the demand is more, and it can make the transportation service is increased, and it is become growth. For the market segmentation, the segmentation for the company, the highest one is for the manufacturer and the lowest one is a individual one. Next, for the competitive position, if compared with the high positions of the industry like FedEx, DHL, or some company that's lower than S&P, the S&P is in the medium if compared with the capability and the asset. So we can say that it is in the middle one, and it's not quite low or it's not quite high.
next one, stakeholders analysis. There are 7 key stakeholders that plays an important role to the organization. Start with the customer who ask for the service for the business that to move them the shipments on the products. The second one, the suppliers are mostly like the containers provider, a ship, and the freight forwarders sometimes, and mostly are the trucks. And next one, the government who plays a role in the setting the tax rate. Next one, employees who work for the organization. Society which has an impact to the organization. Management skills and investor. These last 2 factors will play a role in operating the organization and managing the organization. Next one. The value chain diagram that we have made is started at outbound, inbound logistics. That is the sales that will provide the customer and find the customers from anywhere that from the channel that they provide, and the customer will contact directly with the customer service to give the information, and the customer service will operate with the logistics section to move to serve and move the shipment and make a logistic service. Next one. The capability analysis classified into three main analysis. The first one is tangible, which is the finance that concerns about the shareholders, like the physical resource, building, and the production capability. The next one, intangible, human resource and brand reputation are also concerned in intangible capability analysis, because the human resource will be an important role in playing and moving the organization forward in the future, and brand and reputation will be like a image of the organization that the customer will know. The last one, capability analysis, the major strategic 24 hours will be made in this one, because like the mission of the organization, after all the shipments have been landed at the harbor, all the shipments must be delivered through the customer hands within 24 hours. And moreover, the capability is concerns about the good service and the dynamic of the management skills. Next one, current business strategy analysis. According to the business mission, all the shipment must be cleared at the harbor in 24 hours and must be delivered to the hands of customer at that 24 hours. From our computation, a shipment will be delivered within like 10 days from the sea freight, and then at the last day that the shipment has been landed at the harbor, all the company will go to clear all the products and deliver to customers, so that will take another day of the operations. Next one, the strategic performance analysis. We have a 2 years conclusion and comparisons of year 2012 and 2013 financing. The first one, return on equity from year 2012 to 2013 has been additionally more 139%. Cost of goods sold has been declined 21%. Growth negative 1.13%, and profit margin increased 3.7%. Actually, the sales are very different, and not that different, but the cost of goods sold are completely different. But the profit margin are more and higher. It means that the company cost management is very bad, and we have to focus on the internal management system to improve the organization. Next one is the SWOT analysis. We are going to the first one, is the strength. Next one, current business strategy analysis. Under the company missions, to operate all the works and clear from the harbor within 24 hours, and the products must be delivered to the customer's hand, we compute the average of time of each shipment that must be served to the customers. An average time is about 10 days, included 24 hours that must be delivered to the products, and that is the current business strategy. Next one. Next one is a strategic performance analysis. From our 2 years data that we have compared accounting of year 2012 and 2013 of the sales and cost and the profit, it comes into the return on equity that at more 139%. Cost of goods sold has been reduced 21% in these 2 years. Growth rate negative 1.13%, and profit margin of year 2012 to 2013 is plus 3.7%. So it obvious that the company management is very bad, because the cost is very different from these 2 years, but the profit margin is not that different. So I think the cost must be like have more good management skills. Next one is the SWOT analysis of the S&P Shipping Group company. The strength of the company is company has good reputation and well known. Also be a professional work, and they have knowledge of the tax and law, also the export and import. And next one is the weakness. The weakness that they have no truck and also no warehouse in working, so that it means that they have to outsource for everything. Okay. Opportunities. It's like because we are going to be like a country in AEC and always have new technology comes into our world, so it supports and improve our operations and the organization strategies. And the last one, threats, is because of the languages and communication skill of employee is really in a low position, and most of the employee cannot speak English and Chinese, so that we cannot get the foreign customer and contact, and moreover they want more salaries and higher wages in every time, so we cannot respond all of their requests. Action. And next is a strategic gap analysis. The first one is a macro environment versus business strategy gap. By having the macro analysis, which is a framework used to analyze the organization external macro environmental, we analyze the S&P Shipping Group external macro environment in political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environment. The result of macro environment analysis show a little negative prospect. At the same time, S&P Shipping Group self-understand the macro environmental. They are glittery, looking for the potential opportunity for their growth, so we can see the S&P Shipping Group current his is a prosper business strategy which does match the macro environment. And the second one is a micro environment versus business strategy gap. While having the 5-fold analysis of threat of new entrant is high, power of substitute product is medium, bargaining power of supply is medium, bargaining power of buyer is low, intensity of industry rivalry is medium, and power of substitute is very low. So we can understand that the logistics industry have a good potential opportunity, especially S&P Shipping Group. Then we believe S&P Shipping Group is on the right track in order to improve the potential opportunities for their growth. And the next is a key competitor gap. According to competitors positioning, S&P Shipping Group direct competitors are reserve, brokers, handler, and freelancers. Even S&P Shipping Group is focused on full stop service under impressive speed, but the gap among their competitors is quite short. The point increasing the competitive density in the industry. And the fourth one is business strategy versus strategy performance. As one of professional logistics service provider in ASEAN, S&P Shipping Group business strategy is to offer an efficiency full stop service under impressive speed and memorable satisfaction than its competitors. Their strategy performance directly support to business strategy. From the competitors' positioning, it shows the S&P Shipping Group is a little low asset in the region, which indicate that there is no gap between business strategy and strategy performance. And the last one is business strategy versus capabilities and resource. Since S&P Shipping Group is to offer an efficiency full stop service under impressive speed and memorable satisfaction in the region and among its competitors, they compete their expectation business strategy themselves. Therefore, the gap of their business strategy
and capability resource is low because the increasing number of capability and resource is satisfied and sufficiency support the business strategy in the same way.
So our group now has a new proposed vision and mission for the company. The vision for the company is to become a well-known professional logistics company in the ASEAN region, which offers a full range of services and focuses upon impressive speed and customer satisfaction. For the mission, the company would like to operate all jobs that it offers with a high concern for cost, time, and performance, and to be able to respond to any variety of tasks, and also effectively using the systems, capabilities, and human resources of the company. Our proposed business corporate strategy is to go into a related diversification. Because we have decided to open a ground freight shipping division for the company, we call this a related diversification because it's not something that we already do, but it is quite related to the services that the company already offers. So it is a diversification, but in a related field of logistics provision. Our proposed strategic option is to choose the growth option to expand the business. The reason for this is because after performing the macro and micro environment scan, we have found that the macro environment to be quite favorable, and also based on our industry analysis, we also find that the industry to be quite attractive for growth and expansion of the company. For our proposed generic business strategy, we have chosen to go with the focus strategy. Because from what we have seen, we think that it would be best for the strategic advantage to go more towards a uniqueness perceived by the customer, which would be to offer a more fast and reliable logistics service. And because the strategic target that we would like to aim towards is the same segment of customers that we have previously been serving, not like a new market of customers. The method we have chosen to enact this plan of growth is our own investment, because it supports the overall strategy and the generic business option that we have chosen. And rather than an alliance, this gives us a bit more control over the situation. We chose not to go with acquisition because the company would like to build this department from the ground up. Also because the company has the financial ability to do so, we'll go with our own investment. The end goal of performing own investment is to decrease the cost of operations to the firm.
For the proposed change management, in terms of before the change, S&P company uses the change that does not require rational perspective, in which it results into not using of analytical data, estimated numerical information, and thus results into not appropriate result. So therefore we suggest the company to use the rational perspective in terms of looking into the information more properly in the company for better results in future when we apply the methods. And because of not using this, it results to pull the future outcome down and degrades the standard of organization. So we think that with the ability of applying this perspective, it will result into better outcome in future. Also, we use from the 4 types of change strategy, we choose the type 3, which is forced evolution, in which we focus in the top management level to focus and take care of overall results and overall effect systems, strategies, management, and the overall outcomes. Also, in terms of effect of time and results, we choose directive, which is to change the direction of the outcomes and to give the directions to the employees properly and correctly by implementing the step-to-step, which is from departments to departments and source one to another source. So it can take not much time because we have to handle everything little by little with limited resource and time. Also, we choose transformation change as a major change, which is to first unfreeze the normal thinking that before applying these things,
we unfreeze those thoughts and then we let them know what are we changing, the vision, missions of the company, the new logistics that we are going to apply, and then we freeze those thoughts. But employees don't really understand the changes, so we have to let them know that change can be a surprise, change can be a hard work, but it will be work. They have to know that it is very important for the company and the outcomes of the company in future. So 3 capabilities that are essential for successful change. First is the ability to engage the people or employee in the change effort to get them fully committed to our vision, missions, and our plan in future. Also, second is the ability to develop skills and resources needed to effect the changes. And lastly is the ability to monitor and manage the process of change effectively. For the proposed capability development, we have many suggestions for the company. The first one, as the AEC is coming up in the near future, we suggest a company to hire more employees in order to handle the higher shipments from both domestic orders and foreigner orders. Also, we suggest them to invest in trucks because they are going to do their own logistics, and also they have to set correct timings for training the employees and create the belief to them in the terms of vision and mission of the company. Also, we suggest them to set GPS with every trucks because it will be easier for a company to track where the trucks are at the moment, whether it's going to the right customers at the right time or not, so that the company can actually handle with the mistakes that can happen in the future. Also, if they set the GPS, they can reduce the mistakes and they can take care of everything more properly. Also, they have to train the driver of the trucks to know how to use GPS because most people might not be able to know how to use it. So they have to train them to know how to use the GPS so that they can take care of it better. Also, for strategic capabilities of the SME company, we suggest them to plan line of shipment for lower cost management, because if they plan it before the shipments, it can lower the cost in the future. And for core competency of the company, we think that they should create a brand awareness because AEC is coming up, so we have to attract new customers in the future and they might not know about the company yet. So if we are able to create a brand awareness, then they can know better in the future what our company is and what are the slogans and the vision mission of our company. Also, for dynamic capabilities, from 3 of the capabilities, we think that the company should use the sustained developments in order to be leading company and survive longer in the future. In terms of the proposed for element number 2, which is right people, we suggest that the company should be able to choose right people for the right job, because as the increase of logistics department that we will be having, we think that the company should have the ability to choose right people for taking the job. Also, there has to be extensive trainings in terms of driving, the GPS part, and reaching to the customer correctly and in the right time part. Also, we have to have the productivity worker because we don't have any time to waste at all, because the company is going to have a lot of orders and have to maintain them in properly timely. So if we have productive workers, it will help the company better. Next, please. For the proposed leadership plan, we know that leadership of this company is the owner or the CEO. So we think that the leadership is the key in terms of using force evolution for the proposed part, because the CEO or the owner will have the ability to set goals of the company, key success, and motivate the employees to do the right job, coach them, lead them to the right way, and they should have the leader skill enough to do that, and so that they can have a proper workflow in the organization. So they are the key important of it. Also, they have the ability to select right people to work with them, obviously, and they should be on strictly control and in making decision, because leadership is the main part in it, so they have to be able to have that. Next, please. Also, in terms of proposed people and culture development, as we all know that AEC is coming up, so it is very important for the company to learn the cultures of other countries as well, because they have to get customers from other countries. So culture will be the vital factor of expansion of the business. They have to learn it, and the key to the decision process will be done by the human resource, because they will develop the human ability for better level in the future. Also, improving the employees' capability according to the culture will help them, and improving the employees' satisfaction, improving employees' loyalty to the organization, improving organization standards. Everything will be done by this part. Also, as we all know, company can gain customer by the 24-hour service. So customer have to be able to know that this is the culture of organization, and therefore organization also have to learn the culture of people. And also we know that a company do not only just care about the business, they also have CSR activities that can be done in order to give back to the society in the future, because they care about society as well. So yeah, it is very important. For the proposed structure plan, before this new structure, there were conflicts of authorities and positions were not clear. So we suggest to have the new structure plan here. We recommend them to focus on CEO and COO mainly, because this will help understand clearly the positions. And but however, these will focus on top level and big pictures of on the organization, so it cannot be compared to the subdivisions on each one. But new structures will provide and set up strategies and manage in whole picture. Also, we add the logistic department, the IT department, and the HR and purchasing department, because we're going to do our own transportations, so we have to have these three main departments. The advantage of this structure will be to better understand authorities, better understand of positions clearly, better controls in the organization, and better cover of the whole structure. Next please. For the proposed system development, as we can see in the old ERP systems, it's very complicated, and the employee use papers to transfer the information between departments, and old server is out of date. So we suggest them to have to use a new server, and don't use paper, like use less paper if possible. And also we suggest them to have the PDA to confirm when the delivery is going to the right customers or not. The signatures will confirm that it is right. And setting the new server, information will flow more effectively and efficiently between the departments, so people can actually see the information real time, what's going on and what will be happening, what's the order, what's next, and all. It will save costs and office supplies as well. Also, it can enhance the system and secure information, because the hard documents are easily out there to the competitors, like they can actually look at it very easily and can copy, and maybe there can be data loss. So we think that if using the server, it will be more secure in the company, and the information will be safe within the company. Next please. In terms of proposed perception, there has to be a policy announcement all the time, like what's going on, what's the new policy, what do they plan to do with the future. Also, there has to be the organizations meeting regularly, and divisions meeting and section meeting, in order to let employees know what's going on right now, and let every people in the organization be sure they get the same better understandings, and they know and have the same knowledge like everyone in the organization. Also, there have to be charts, news, and information are always have to be updated, as I said, because everyone have to know the current situation of the company in order to help and discuss about the ongoings and the future developments that they need to do in order to have better results in the future. Next please. For the proposed communication, as I said, in the new structure, it's the top-down communication. We focus on CEO and COO. So they have to be the ones to tell the communication from above to below. And there are many communication channels in the organization. First is email, second is line, third is phone, and fourth is software. So we think that the mainly, of course, the company use line, so emails and software will be the new things that will be work better because it will not be able to use the paperwork. And in order to have effective communication, there has to be a conclusion after every meeting, after every proposed methods, and there have to be analytical information to conclude the real-time information.
This is about the proposed financial budget plan. The first cost is about the transportation. We highest invest in truck that we purchase in 3 truck. So the transportation cost is about 3.6 million baht. The second one is the hardware. We have a server, PC, tablet, UPS that we purchase in 1.6 million baht. The second one is about the network infrastructure. It's about the router, fireware, telecom link. So we purchase in about 110,000 baht. The next one is about the software application that we purchase in about 500,000 baht. The next one is about the labor. The labor is including the training and IS staff that we purchase is about 300,000 baht. Next please. The maintenance and support. This is the maintenance in software and hardware that we purchase in 30,000 baht. The total cost of all the investment that we purchase in 13 million baht. The next is about the benefit. The benefit that we get after the invest of the transportation, hardware, software that we gain about 12 million baht. So the net cash flow that we lost in first year is about minus 900,000 baht. And total benefit that we gain from the whole of 5 years that we invest in finance budget plan, we gain from that is about 2 million baht. This is the balance sheet of SNP company at the year end of December 31 and this year the total asset the total asset is about 5 million baht. Next please. And the total of liability and shareholder equity is about 6 million baht. This is about the operation management that we care about the internal and external of operation or organization. The first one that is the planning. The second one is organizing. The third is about the coordination. The last one is the functional management. This is all about the rule or activity that we have to manage in whole of organization. Next please. This is about the marketing plan that we focus on 7 P's. The first P is about the product. Our product is the linear service that we provide to the customer. The second one is about the price. This is the freight or high. The third one is about the process that we have to negotiate to the customer and negotiate to the hub, and that we have to do the business with them. The next one is about the people in office, personnel and ship crew. The next one is about the place. The place is that we do the business with is about the port and geographic area of ship employment. The next one is about the promotion. The promotion that we provide to the customer is the advertisement. And the last one is the physical evidence. It is about the shape, characteristic and the seaworthiness of the vessel. Next please. The logistic and supply chain. The first one is transportation that we invest in the truck that we purchase in 3 trucks. The second one is about the warehousing. The warehousing we will eliminate it because we freight in the 24 hours per 1 day. The next is about the order processing. The order processing we will manage in the centralization from authority from the top of management. The next one is about the procurement. The procurement is about contact to the supplier to purchase some stuff in the organization. The next one is about the customer relationship management and supplier relationship management. Next please. This is about the quality management plan or TQM. The first one that we focus is about the customer focus. Because our business will focus on the service, we provide the service to customers, so we have to care of them. The second one is about the total employee involvement. So the employee has an important with us, so we have to train them because they have to face with many customers. So if they satisfied with the organization, they will improve how to work with the customer. The next one is about the process century. Next is the strategy and systematic approach. The strategy and systematic approach that we use is about the service, and we use the strategy to take care of the customer that know the customer want. The next one is continual improvement. The last slide that we already present is about the total quality management. So we improve all of activity in the organization to be the better of productivity in the organization. The next one is about the fact-based decision making, and the last one is the communication. This is about the material management plan. All of this is about the question that we have to remind ourselves when we do the business explain the business. The first one is about what asset apply. So we have to care about the size of vehicle. It's about the truck that we have to consider about the Ford truck and Ford wheel, or how many ton that the truck we handle. And the second one is about the where wheel unloading. The unloading is about the unload the product to the customer, that we have to care of the place that we unload the product. The next one is about what lifts equipment. The equipment we have to take to care about it, because we have to use the equipment to handle the huge product to customer. And the next one is about what is the capacity equipment. The next is the special requirement. This special requirement is about the human or the worker or the driver, that we have to use the expert driver to drive in, because we do the business in 24 hours per day. The last one is are there any specific issue? This is the issue about how many workers that we gonna use in the transportation into drive the truck. It is about the motion and time study. The first one is about the motion on the worker. They separately work which easily to classify the motion of worker. And the second is recommend the company to improve about the motion of worker. The advantage of motion is about reduce the environment disrupt of worker. The second one is the reduce overall noise for attack to the worker. The next is about easy to improve the economic of worker. And the last one is better in the motion. The next is about the time that we focus on the speed of working. The second is about the time study implementing. And we have to record the video and record the time to research the worker, that they have many emotional and emotion and motion of the worker. And the last one of the time is about the estimate the average of time that worker work in the operation. The human resource plan. The current of this company, we did not have a human resource department, so we want and we decided to add this department in the company. So when they did not have the human resource department in the company, so they will not gain the effectiveness of the employee and productivity in the company. So we designed to add a human resource in this company. So the human resource will support a better employee system. The first one is about the job application system that they have to design or find the good worker coming to work in a company. The second one is about the sanitation system. The third is about the ergonomic of the worker. The fourth is about the purchasing systems that we have to purchase the stuff to provide the worker or driver that the human resource have to take care of. And the last one is about the training and developing system that they have to train the worker the new worker that come to the company, and they have to learn about the work and the duty of the company that they have a responsibility with us. Next please. And this is the responsibility of human resource department. They have three responsibilities. The first one is standardize in new employee. They have to set the standardize to gain the good employee coming to work in the company. And the second one is about the training and developing program that provide to the employee in the company. And the last one is about the organizing the employees welfare and sanitation to provide the good food, good service, good quality, good workplace to the employee to work with us. Our company do the business and we have to take care of the environment. This one is about the environment plan. They have a functional strategy, they have a 4 strategy that they have to apply. The first one is about the 3 R's. The first is reduce, the second reuse, and the third one is the recycle. And next strategy is about the 7 best in case of service. The first is about the overproduction and overservice. The second is about the defect. The third is about the delay or waiting that the customer and us have to waiting time and more time to do the business or process that the delay. And the next one is the inventory or work in process. So the inventory we don't have the inventory yet because we don't have a warehouse to store the product, so we just provide the service to them. And next one is transport. So the transport, they invest in the own truck, they already purchased in 3 trucks. And the next one is about the process, and the last one is about the motion. The third strategy is about the substitute energy for transportation. So the truck, we have already 3 trucks, so we use the NGV gas. So the NGV gas is lower price than the diesel or benzene, so we can save the cost and take care of the environment strategy too. And the last strategy is about the distribution requirement planning. This is about the safety plan. We have to apply the safety in the company, in about the building and about the worker. So the first one is about the health and safety arrangement. It is about the worker. They have to care about the health and safety when they work in the company. The second one is about the compassion, health and self-advice. So we have the advice to give the suggestion or comment to the worker that they have a certain injury or they have a dangerous and something that they can provide the good information to the worker that face in the problem. The third one is about the risk assessment and carry out. And the last one is about the employee involved in the decision that affect their health and safety. This is the management information system or IT. So we have to add the IT in the company. We establish information technology section in the department. And the second one is the create company software to make free flow of information in the company from outbound and inbound. And the third one is about all departments of apply the software to link all the information together. So when they apply the information technology in our company, we will get the same information and fast information flow in the company. And the last one is about to keep improving the software efficiency. So we have to keep improve the quality of software that they have to work in efficiently, for they have to provide the information and provide the convenience to us, and the management information system can make the business work in fast, and we can reduce the cost of paper that we can use or apply the strategy is called the paperless in the business.